So if you ask me the last 2 years, what is really important is digital adoption for all businesses today.
I'm now going to invite one of my team members up, and we're going to have a conversation. We're going to change things up a little bit. And we need to think about what is the future of business. What is one aspect of the future of business? I want to talk a little bit about that. You may have heard Metaverse, and you're probably wondering what it is. Some of you will know exactly what it is. Some of you are already using that really well. But I'd like to bring up the CEO of Emporium, and he does a lot of work in artificial intelligence, is a Speakers Institute facilitator, and a really, really good friend. So Tony Tan, please welcome to the stage. Come on up.
I'm going to breathe first to lower my pulse.
Tony,
welcome. Thanks for having me, Craig.
Have a seat.
Thanks.
Now Tony's quite heavily involved in meditation, so breathing, he's a bit of a master at that, which is good.
Thank you, and I certainly agree with what you say, right? Instead of reacting, you are responding through the control of your breath. Absolutely important.
Yeah, great. Now Tony, based here in Singapore, and you've got companies that do a lot of work in things like artificial intelligence. But before we go into that, I would really like to know, over the past 2 years, there's been a lot of shift and change. What do you think? What have you noticed has been a greatest leap for the future of business globally?
I think if you look at business today, every business is a digital business. I think we have to agree with that. I think there's someone in the room that's from Microsoft. So I'm going to say, be very careful what I say here, right? So every company is a digital company today. So if we are not harnessing the power of digital disruptions, the power of digital innovation, we'll find that we are missing out and we're not able to compete and be ahead of the curve. So if you ask me the last 2 years, what is really important is digital adoption for all businesses today.
Yeah, great. And so obviously we've started to see that shift to artificial intelligence, then to virtual reality and augmented reality. But over the last year, we've really heard this word about the Metaverse. And for a lot of people, people think Facebook, right? They changed the name to Meta, but it was happening long before then. And I think Microsoft were doing quite a bit of work in the Metaverse even well before Facebook were. So, for those who may not know so much about it, what for you is the Metaverse? Yeah,
so that's a very good question, Craig. Thanks for asking. The word Metaverse itself is not new. It's been around for a couple of years. It's just that it's being used and it was made popular by Facebook since the name change. And basically what Metaverse is about is talking about immersive experience. Right. It's just that today there's a lot more attention given to it. The difference between immersive experience now and in the past we were all playing games. We were all in this virtual world, right? There were we call it MMOPG, massive player online games. That was the Metaverse, right? What has differentiated that Metaverse with the Metaverse today is along two areas. One, there's corporate involvement now. We have Metaverse for corporates, and we have Metaverse for our personal gaming lives. And the other thing that's really exciting is this convergence of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Now it makes living, breathing in the Metaverse something that's real. It becomes a digital twin of your physical life. So it's going to take a portion of your attention, of your energy in the future. So this is going to be very exciting for everyone moving forward.
Yeah, interesting there. And you talk about a portion of your time, right? Like there's a lot of people out there, the Metaverse is going to take over and it's going to be your whole life. But you talk about a portion there. Can you go a little bit deeper with that around why how you think it's going to fit into our daily lives and our work lives?
That's a big answer for that particular question. So Metaverse is going to be here to stay, whether you like it or not. And there's many reasons why. From a personal point of view, the future of jobs is going to be in the Metaverse. Right? And Sam was just telling me his kids spend a lot of time dressing up for the virtual world. So there is a big economy, new economy for Gen Zs that will be the future. So you want to communicate to Gen Zs, you need to know what is Metaverse. You will look at a job in the next 10 years, it's going to be Metaverse. You're looking at what stock to invest for your retirement. Those are Metaverse stocks. Right? And the most interesting thing is that you will also see that there is a consciousness migration to the Metaverse. All right, and because of this consciousness migration, because of this digital avatars, the amazing thing is, all of you here, I guarantee you, will have the experience of immortality, and that's called digital immortality. You will be here forever for the first time in your life.
Wow, Tony Tan here in
You can quote me.
3030 and beyond.
Yep, it's here.
And so what is already kind of happening in this space? You know, what's already in our daily lives that we probably don't know about, how the metaverse is being used, and how is it affecting us already?
I think the metaverse is going to grow. Currently, it depends on how you define metaverse. For Microsoft and Facebook, their metaverse is a very advanced concept, right? Where they see a whole world where your gaming and your work experience is merging together into a huge metaverse, right? So that kind of metaverse is still some distance away. But today, if we are looking at your kids are playing Fortnite, you look at all the concerts that's held on Fortnite, I think most of us here will not be in Fortnite, but the younger generations, they are. You see this metaverse is already taking root all over the place. It's just that the reality and the experience is different for each of you, right? So it is already here, but it's going to evolve very quickly, right? Especially when you have Apple, you have Microsoft, you have Facebook taking the lead. You will arrive very, very soon. The next 5 years, all of you will have different realities. All of you have different experience. When the five of us sit together, you know what? Our conversation is going to be very different. Because you ask me how is it affecting your life, I can tell you, your life will be segmented. There are some people who are living in the metaverse. Some people who are just spending a bit of time in the metaverse, but it's going to be different. That means the world will be totally segmented in the future.
You can hear the passion in his voice, right? So we've got loves the metaverse. I had dinner with him the other night, and I think 3 hours. We might have got. I think Sam and I might have got 10 words in for the conversation. It was good fun. Now we've got people in the room who come from banks. We've got some from working in broadcasting, education, technology. We've got those who are influencers. What sort of things do we need to start thinking about now when it comes to metaverse and how that may help us in the workplace? What sort of conversations should we be starting to have?
Oh, that's really interesting. So from a personal perspective, right, I would encourage all of you to start thinking about the metaverse, because if you have a virtual avatar, you're going to 100 times your influence out there if you are an influencer. Why? Because you are only, 5 by 8 every day and you have a daytime job. If you want to be an influencer, you want to reach out to a global audience, you need to replicate yourself. And the only way to replicate yourself is create a real digital twin of yourself that doesn't sleep, doesn't fall sick, that's down there talking to your audience 7 by 24 hours, serving them, selling them stuff. So I call it the AI-powered influencer. In fact, there's a word for this, it's called virtual humans. And it's already here. So if you have a virtual human, you are already a digital immortal. You're already 100 or 1000x your capabilities, right? So if you are an entrepreneur, you need to think about how does the metaverse going to impact you? Where is the future going to be? What industry are you in? Can we think about all these concepts? Now, metaverse is very big. We have cryptocurrencies, we have NFTs. Oh, that's another big topic. Now, all these things is going to change the world. How do you use NFTs to rebrand yourself, right? To bring value to your customers, to bring awareness, to bring excitement, because now you have a first mover advantage. So whether you are a business owner, whether you're an influencer, the metaverse will have a place for all of you. Yeah.
Very, very good. Now, Tony, I haven't checked with you before, and I hope it's okay that I can dive into this. You've been working with the team around developing a artificial intelligence app called Epic AI. Do you want to share a little bit about what you're doing there and how that can shape corporate in the future?
Oh, that one. Sam, do you have a non-disclosure agreement? So, you see, today I think it's very important that we harness the power of artificial intelligence. Right? Artificial intelligence is here to augment what we have. And I have this thing called augmentation or the merging or the fusion of intelligence between human intelligence and machine intelligence. Right? It's not going to be one or the other, it's going to be this fusion. So why are we not harnessing artificial intelligence to power ourselves up, to make our life easier? So this concept of Epic AI stands for Exponential Presentation and Influencing Coach, is to be a pocket coach in everywhere you go. If tomorrow I got an important interview, I got an important presentation, I just can't call Sam in the middle of the night. I don't think he'll forgive me for that, right? And where am I going to get an audience for this, right? But I need to improve my presentation. I need to make sure that I get rid of those cobwebs because I've not been presenting for some time. If you have this coach in your pocket and you present against the artificial intelligence, and it can tell you exactly what's wrong with you. Are your energy level too low, right? Are you speaking too fast? Is your body language not congruent with your emotional response? I can tell you everything about you. And from that practice, you can improve yourself to ace that presentation the very next day, 7 by 24 hours. So this is what Epic AI is all about. It's here to augment what Speakers Institute is providing on their corporate training programs. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, up here on stage today, we actually have the virtual version of Tony Tan. If you'd like to meet the real version, he's at the bar. Tony, thank you very much for sharing your insights into the metaverse and where things are moving from artificial intelligence point of view.